Praetorium 6.1. Thankfully, these do not take half an hour to an hour anymore. Ink stance on. So one of the biggest changes is that you don't have to skip stuff. You can't skip stuff, actually. And I've run this quite a few times since it was released, so I know what to expect, but I will still inform as to what's going on. Establish threat, move through the group, face them away from the party. Ready. The outer ring. Going to establish threat. Keep running. Establish threat. And now it's just a game of dance. There's a circle underneath you, move. If there's anything underneath you, move. Whatever you do, do not get hit by the AoEs. Alright, we'll go through and stun them. Okay. Grab the transponder. And it teleports us to the first boss. Oh, and we listen to someone full of themselves. That helmet really looks like he transforms into a motorcycle. Handlebars. Join me, Luke, and we shall rule the universe together. Yeah, these guys just broke into the base. One of them was dressed like a barista. Say hello to my little friend. All right. First boss. Mark II Magitek Colossus. Cerulean Vent is raid-wide damage. Prototype Laser Alpha. Ground AoEs that radiate out. Should say progress out. Prototype Laser Beta. Targeted AoEs. Lagging? Huh. Cerulean Vent. Prototype Laser Alpha. Grand Sword. Gonna be a frontal cone attack. Just dodge out of it. Boss is down. No more waiting for the elevator. You just click on it and it takes you. Straight to the Magitek armor instead of having to go through a whole process to get to the armor. And instead of zoning again after you get the armor, you just head down the ramp. So they streamlined a lot of it. My mistake. Thought we blew a hole in the wall for this one. And we are taken immediately down here, where we deal with Proto Ultima Arm. Second arm. Third arm. Fourth arm. And then the blast door. Huh. I thought that oh, earrings aren't glamored because of other reasons. Forgot about that. Everything else is glamored. The rings, headpiece, but the earring, because changing jobs, it will be different. Now then, something that they could have / should have done is just like have the character walk a few steps into this area and then initiate this one so that it's not two separate cutscenes so close to each other. It could have just like faded out on the previous one and faded back up here and moved the characters to the entrance to this room. Instead, we've got break with a long monologue now. The only drawback is you still gotta sit through all of the conversation, but at least it's not as long-winded as it used to be. They did cut it down a bit. Hammer appears and combat is about to begin. Alright, Nero told Scaeva. We got Tank Buster right off the bat. Don't stand on the tank. If you're the tank, don't stand on anybody else. And we've got an immediate stack mechanic. After the stack, spread back out. Frontal cone attack. Activate. So he still summons the claws, the Magitek death claws. And they will knock you back if you get hit. We'll jump to the side, augmented uprising, do a large cone attack. Another tank buster. He's got a pushback. You can activate arm's length for this. You won't get knocked back. Then you have another stack mechanic. And a point blank AoE. It is an uprising, frontal cone. Activate. He's summoning another one of the little minions. I think he will die before it comes out. Yep. So one noticeable change that you probably already picked up on that I didn't mention earlier, it's no longer an 8-man, it's a 4-man, and it's about half as long. They eliminated some of the passages, some of the combat. Did they get rid of a boss? I'm trying to go through it. I think it's still got the same number of bosses. They just... No, it does not have the same number of bosses because they got rid of the stuff at the end. The fight against Ultima is now a separate fight. I think they just wanted to have... I think they were just testing things out to see what worked for people and what people gravitated towards. And the 8-man main story quests people did not like doing, but they did them because of the rewards that came with it on queuing for it randomly. And before they reenacted the you have to sit through all the cutscenes, you had people that were, voting to kick out the people that were sitting there watching the cutscenes on like their first time through, or they're watching the cutscenes and the duty finishes before they even get close to being able to finish all the cutscenes.
Look for the lift's control panel. It'll be somewhere nearby. Take the lift down, and you should find yourself in the chamber of the Ultima weapon.
There are some new hairstyles available for bunnies, so I might check some of those out later.
Keep your eyes peeled. Gaius could be waiting for you down there. Oh, and don't even think about dying. You're too bloody useful. The interference is getting worse. I don't think the connection will last much.
How convenient. Hello, handlebar helmet.
Tell me, for whom do you fight. How very glib. And do you believe in Eorzea? Eorzea's unity is forged of falsehoods. Its city-states are built on deceit, and its faith is an instrument of deception. It is not but a cobweb of lies. To believe in Eorzea is to believe in nothing. In
The
Eorzea,
just
the
absolute
beast
irony
tribes often summon
of his
gods
words
to
right now.
fight in their stead, though your comrades only rarely respond in kind. Which is strange, is it not? Are the 12 otherwise engaged? I was given to understand they were your protectors. If you truly believe them your guardians, why do you not repeat the trick that served you so well in Cartano and call them down? They will answer, so long as you lavish them with crystals and gorge them on ether. Your gods are no different from those of the beasts. Icons, everyone. Except for this, and you will see how Eorzea's faith is bleeding the land dry. Nor is this unknown to your masters, which prompts the question, why do they cling to these false deities? What drives even men of learning, even the great Louis Soir, to grovel at their feet? The answer? Your masters lack the strength to do otherwise. For the world of man to mean anything, man must own the world. To this end, he hath fought ever to raise himself through conflict, to grow rich through conquest. And when the dust of battle settles, it is ever the strong who dictate the fate of the weak. Knowing this, but a single path is open to the impotent ruler, that of false worship, a path which leads to innovation and death. Only a man of power can rightly steer the course of civilization, and in this land of creeping mendacity, that one truth will prove its salvation. Come, champion of Eorzea, face me. Your defeat shall serve as proof of my readiness to rule. It is only right that I should take your realm, for none among you has the power to stop me.
Last boss. Orida Bella. Raid-wide damage. He runs to the middle, he does the cross attacks, which will shoot out in front of him in a line. Just dodge out of the way. Phantasmata. Creates clones of himself on the edge. Just position yourself between the X's so you don't get hit. You got a tank buster coming out. You got a stack. Okay. Ductus. He summons moving ground AoEs. Just move out of the way. Pay attention to them. They're extremely easy to move out of the way of.
You can finish what you have started.
does Mata again. Alright, after this, we'll probably enter phase 2. Alright. Phase 2 incoming. He splits, you gotta defeat each one of these before the blade energy reaches maximum. It's really easy to do. You also have to dodge the attacks that he's setting out while doing it. Once it's down, you wait for him to do his ultimate. Sometimes you'll have to wait for an attack to go off before he does it. And then when he comes back in, usually you can limit break and kill him. Or you just beat him, and he's down. Thank you for watching. I hope you found it informative. If you want to see more Final Fantasy XIV videos, please like, follow, and subscribe. The usual YouTube stuff. To catch me live, check out my Twitch, link in the description. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.